is the NBA on NBC. The 1992 NBA Finals. Tonight, Game 6 between the Portland Trail Blazers and the Chicago Bulls.
Ugh. So much nostalgia. So why is this league called Dream of the 90s? Oh, I don't know, guys. Michael Jordan, Clyde Drexler, Karl Malone, the mailman, the glove, Gary Payton. When the Knicks were decent, the Supersonics and the I-5 rivalry, Bulls versus Jazz, Bulls versus Blazers, Bulls versus basically everybody. Bonzi Wells. That's not to say that this season isn't going to be awesome. I'm super excited to compete with all of you and ultimately win. But I know that fantasy basketball is an odd beast to tackle for some, so I wanted to give a quick rundown of how this league is set up and hopefully get us all on the same page so that we can stay competitive and have fun this season. The draft. Our live draft is this Sunday at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock if you're Shayna because you live in Denver. You've got the opportunity to log on to the draft area on your browser an hour before it starts, which I recommend. It's Flash based, so make sure you've got that Flash installed on your browser. You can use the ESPN Fantasy app if you want to. I've never used it to draft. It's a bit clunky to do it that way and not as reliable, but if you're in a bind and you're not near your computer, you can use your phone. It's a snake draft, 90 seconds per pick, and we'll all pick players until our roster spots are full. If for some reason you can't make the draft on Sunday at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock if you're Shayna, the computer is going to just pick for you the best player it thinks that you need. So if you want to be a slave to the computer, you can do it that way. Otherwise, I recommend 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock if you're Shayna to pick your players in the live draft with everybody. Scoring is pretty similar to fantasy football. Scoring is going to be head-to-head for our league, each category. You'll play against one opponent from the league for a week. The categories are points, blocks, steals, assists, rebounds, three-pointers made, field goal percentage, and free throw percentage. So draft wisely. For each category you win, you get a win, and each category you lose, you'll get a loss. After a week, those wins and losses are added up to your record. I've added a quick YouTube link below explaining this further. If you need a visual, you can go down there and click on that, or you can go up here and click More and Rules if you need more explanation on how head-to-head scoring works, or you can email me anytime and I'll let you know more details. Alright, roster setup. Your roster is set up the same as an NBA team with utilities. You've got basic positions for the night, including point guard, center, power forward, etc., plus 3 utilities. I don't know what utilities are. They just do count towards your points. People who are on your bench will not count towards anything, even if they're playing that night. So make sure that people who are not on your bench are playing and vice versa. Remember, people on your bench, even if they're playing, don't count. You can set your roster up for the future. So if it's Sunday or the beginning of the scoring period, and you want to just set it and forget it for that week, you have the ability to do that. The site will let you know when people are playing for any given day. It'll also let you know if people are injured or if they're suspended or not playing for whatever reason. Just keep an eye on those injuries and suspensions if you set your lineup for multiple days throughout the week. Okay? Okay. This is a money league, which means that you have the opportunity to win big. Each team manager is going to be submitting $40 into the pot, and the first place winner is going to win $300. Second place is $100. If you can get that $40 to me as the league manager and as the bank, I promise that I'm trustworthy. Get that to me between now and the end of the regular season via cash or PayPal. That would be awesome. If you want to set up a PayPal transfer, it's pretty easy to do. Just email me. We'll get that set up. Lastly, there are a lot of people on this league that don't know each other. I'm pretty much the only through line that knows everybody. So the only thing that I do ask is that you just get to know your opponent through the week that you're playing them. Each team manager is going to be playing each other at least twice before the end of the regular season. So just get to know them. There is a chat feature in the fantasy app for your phone to chat, and there's also the same thing on the web-based app. Just, you don't have to do anything weird like call them at the end of the day and ask them what their most intimate secrets are or anything strange like that. Just ask your opponent how they know me, or ask them what they do for a living. It's going to make things a lot more competitive, a lot more fun. It's going to make smack talk less awkward, and it's going to just make our league a lot more fun if you do that. So that's the only other thing that I ask that you do. Lastly, I just ask that you're okay with being out $40 for the season because I'm going to win. Hope that you're okay with that, and have fun.